Welcome to the What's Going On podcast.
What's going on?
Please note that the views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guest and do not reflect those of our sponsors. This show is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional advice.
Take that.
Listener discretion is advised.
Pushing all this weight, say it's a workout. Later verse down, he laying in dirt now. Who let this curse in? I'm getting cursed out.
Round of applause for Ollie, man. Dog.
All right, so let's get into this, kid. Let's talk about Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder bumping into Mr. Rule himself, Ja Rule. I'm sure you saw the video. If not, you heard about it. What is your take? I want to hear your take on it first. What do you think about them bumping into each other on first class Delta flight, going somewhere I don't even know, but you know, and the beef.
I think, man, I don't know, bro. I think they really need to find some kind of resolve for what happened. I really don't know if you can find a resolve for what happened between 50 and Ja. But from my understanding, Ja Rule was the aggressor in this situation. Like he was the one that initiated or escalated the situation because I don't think that those guys were really planning on physically doing anything to him because like you're in the airport, you're on the airplane, no any type of incident, bro, like you're on a no-fly list.
Yeah,
bro.
you're federal offense too.
Yeah. So they talking a little trash, but I don't really think they was gonna do anything.
Yeah.
But then again, with from Ja Rule's perspective, like, okay, there's some guys that don't like me. Like this is some real deep stuff. And I know the public know that me and 50 have a beef. So anytime I run into 50 or some of his guys, there's gonna be friction. So like the public knows that. But I don't think the public knows to the extent of what really happened in the streets, like the real details of this thing.
Yeah.
So that unsettling feeling of those guys sitting behind me, I can understand 100% where Ja Rule was coming from.
Yeah.
So I can understand his behavior, but at the same time, okay, bro, we in the airport. No, we on a plane. I don't really think too much is gonna pop off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What would I do? I don't think I would escalate it. I don't think I would escalate the situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I will check the temperature. Like, what's up? You good?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, see, we get an understanding for this moment, but I wouldn't escalate. Like, I wouldn't throw nothing because I think they said Ja Rule threw a pillow.
Yeah.
At Tony.
Yeah. Niggas pillow fighting.
But and then at the same time, man, Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder, they shouldn't have antagonized them.
Yeah, them niggas at this point just like grown old trolls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But I don't know. My take on it, bro. Because all right, well, I'm from the Bronx. I was born in the Bronx, but I was raised in Queens. I always tell niggas like, you know, raised in Bronx representative, Queens native. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm from Queens, man, and I'm not too far from where them niggas beefed at. Like, I literally was like 5 minutes away from Southside, like Jamaica Avenue, Richmond Hill, and Jamaica Avenue is right there. Like, we used to go shop where these niggas lived. So we were over there a lot. But I'll tell you this shit though, just from knowing some of the people in that area and like my brother and like some of the people I know actually hung out and chilled with Tony Yayo and niggas like them. That beef is forever. That's first and foremost. That beef
I think so.
Is forever, which I get. Like if if I had like some kind of beef where one of my boys got stabbed and whatever, like that's beef forever. Like I can forget it, like, but you know that's kind of whatever. But like there's also a point where like, yo, you got to grow up. You know what I'm saying? And like we talked about last time, you was like, oh, I think the only time when you need to like really show your age is when you're trying to be responsible. And I think that can apply here a little bit because I'm like, if I was Ja and I see some bitch ass niggas I used to beef with, and I'm like, nothing's been popping off. I know 50's a troll, but I'm gonna be like, yo, y'all good? Can we enjoy this flight, or do I have to get off this shit, or do we have to like
Right,
go
right.
outside and shake outside or whatever? But I don't think that even if Ja would have did that, I don't think it would have went in his favor, because then me knowing Yayo and Uncle Murder, these niggas are like clowns. Like they like to clown you. So if Ja would have said, yo, everything's good, and turned around and not did nothing, they would have called him a pussy. You know what I'm saying? If Ja got crazy, they would have called him, they would have said it was his fault. So yeah, I would have been like, yo, you guys good? I'm gonna go, or maybe move my seat, or maybe not even get on the motherfucking plane. If I knew this shit was gonna go down, I'd be like, yo, I'm out. Because there's just some point like you gotta grow up. You know what I mean?
Could have asked to switch seats with somebody.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
explain the situation.
Bro,
go call like one of the
flight attendant. Yeah,
flight
something.
attendant. Explain the situation.
But like I said, bro, that beef is forever. And I think at some point, like Uncle Murder and Yayo, like I get it. They fit these boys, and they did that for clout, 100%, 100%. There's no like. You know how much beef they've done had, and this is the first time these niggas actually recorded something happening. They were just trolling him at this point, so they did it for clout. Yeah. They had the show going, like it was perfect. It was perfect timing, like almost to like start their podcast, because they just started their podcast like a couple of days ago. So it was the perfect timing. Like if I was Ja Rule, I'd be like, y'all niggas trying to get podcast views. Like I would have just said a bunch of shit or whatever, but. Yeah, man, I don't think 50's ever gonna let that go. That beef is forever. I mean, Ja even tried squashing it, and 50 was like, "Nah, we're gonna be forever." I think at some point 50 is just like he's just, even though he got all these things going on and he's like gonna be close to a billionaire soon, he's still in this, like his head is still in that street shit, and he wants to beef with this nigga forever, which makes no sense to me, because he's done made up with Fat Joe and Jadakiss and all these other niggas he's been having. And I understand that Ja Rule beef is a little bit more cemented before rap, so I think that's why. But like,
see, that's what I'm saying. Like the beef between 50 and Ja is like is not entertainment based.
No, it's physical. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think him being shot 9 times had him, like Ja Rule's connected to that some kind of way.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think in my humble opinion, bro, if I got shot 9 times and somebody was being shot 9 times is hard to get over.
Yeah, no.
And then this guy is involved some kind of way. I don't see me making peace with that guy.
No,
either,
no, I agree, and that's what I'm saying. I agree. Like I said, the beef is forever, because he got shot and he was hanging out with Supreme and all these niggas that didn't like 50, and Ja was hanging around with the niggas that shot 50. So I get it, totally get it. But like I said, when Ja was trying to reach out and be like, "Yo, I want to dead this," and 50 was like, "Nah, this beef is forever, my nigga. I'm going to the grave with this shit." I would have been like, "All right, whatever, cool." And I would just ignore these niggas at some point. If I'm not gonna if I can't get physical with you and we can't shoot the fair one and just get it over with, then I'm done. Like there's nothing else. Like you can go ahead and talk shit online and do all the clown shit you like to do to promote your liquor.
But that will get irritating after a while.
Yeah,
though, right?
I mean, come on, how it gets old. Like after a while, like okay, Ja Rule, okay, Eminem, okay, Ja Rule, okay, 50, okay. So I was like, come on, like now I can't even live, because every time I do something, y'all niggas turning around and like making it a spectacle. Like, bro, like, get off my dick at one point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just me. I just thought it was just these niggas trolling Uncle Murder being 50s now, because when you rolling with 50, you have to do things like that. Because if you don't, then you see what happens. Like look what happened to Little Meech. 50 canceled that whole nigga life because his dad went to Rick Ross's house. Like it's like if you fucking with 50, you can't fuck with nobody 50 don't fuck with. Because once you do that, you off the playing field. And I think people need to realize when they fucking with 50 is that you fuck with 50, you gotta fuck with 50. It doesn't matter if you cool with everybody. Nah, nigga. If you and that's what happened with the game, and all these other niggas and that wanted to be industry friends with niggas and not be loyal to 50. Fifth don't like that shit. Fifth's like, yo, if I'm getting you money, nigga, you stand behind me and we do this together. Fifth don't play that shit, boy. If he see you not loyal, he see you talking to. If you wave at the nigga like that, he don't fuck with you're toast, nigga. You're exiled from G Unit and all that shit. So that's. I mean, which I get. Loyalty is a thing, but like it's. You just gotta know who you fucking with. When you with 50, you gotta just know. But that's pretty much it for that. But yeah, them niggas just trolled that nigga. That's what that was.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed in Ja, man. I thought Ja could keep his cool a lot better than that and throwing a pillow.
Yeah, I think the thing with Ja is like, I think he has to show face because if he don't, they've been calling him a pussy for mad years. You know what I'm saying? And if he didn't react that way, I believe it would have been Ja's a pussy, blah 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 blah.
But
since I've heard since he went that way, everybody was like, nah, Ja stood on business. So like, it's making him look a little different.
I get that.
Perception, son.
I remember a story where Ja and 50 themselves was on a plane together.
Yeah, I think.
And none of that.
Yeah.
Popped off.
Yeah.
So I don't understand like why it happened with
and that's what I'm saying. It was more for clout, bro. It was more so Uncle Murder and Yayo could just clown this nigga and 50 can see it and 50 can give them niggas private jet next time or something. I don't know. That's what that is. It's all clout because they're on 50 payroll. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want that lifestyle to change. You gotta think about it. Yayo doesn't really do much. Like he says he goes on tour and all this shit, but he goes on tour overseas and does a couple shows to get a couple grand, and then he comes back home, 50 flies back home. You know, like you're not that big to sustain a lifestyle that you're living. You know that they're living. You're not that big for that. But if he stays, you know, under the G Unit wing and does these things for 50 and, you know, promotes 50 shit. Because if you think about it, every time Yayo talks, he's promoting 50. I mean, it is what it is. So 50 sees that as like yo, this nigga going on Vlad and he's making money, but I'm also making money too because he's promoting me. Like he's talking about me. He's saying things about me and he's on my side. You know, so I don't know. If you ask me, Tony Yayo is just a walking billboard for 50. You know what I mean? It's good to have him around because when Yayo talks, 50 don't have to. 50 could just continue doing what he's doing because Yayo's out here keeping his name, you know, in the headlines. You know what I mean? Because when you see the headlines, it's not Ja Rule or 50 Cent. It's 50's man, Tony Yayo, you know, G Unit affiliate, you know, that's what they do. So it's promotion, dog. It's promotion. So, but yeah. I'm not thinking too much of it after this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that will be that topic, and I'll stop.